The golden thread of purpose. Archetypal alignment, neural rewriting, and abundant service. Quantum opening your mind and heart. Weave the loom where reality learns to take form. Your breath consecrates the moment. Your presence anoints matter. Your purpose, quiet and sovereign, already lives inside your cells. Section 1. Deep gaze, the soul's journey, and the golden thread. Purpose moves like a golden filament through the tapestry of a lifetime. It crosses deserts of doubt and gardens of clarity, carrying messages from the infinite self to the human self. In the archetypal theater, the seeker learns to listen, the creator learns to shape, the healer learns to transmute, the sage learns to transmit. Each archetype is a door that reveals a facet of your mission, and your mission is never a single task, but a living pattern that breathes. The golden thread appears in small signs, a sudden peace while speaking about a topic you love, a pulse of warmth when your hands craft something useful, a hush of certainty while supporting another heart. The thread is not an external reward. It is the inner music that plays without applause, the vibration that repeats until you remember that usefulness is a form of love. Imagine your life as a spiral. At every turn, an old pattern asks for release and a new capacity asks for embodiment. The spiral does not judge. The spiral invites. When you walk it consciously, you discover that purpose is less about searching and more about unveiling. Like a sculptor removing the marble that does not belong, you subtract the noise of imitation until your essential tone stands radiant. There is a sacred economy in purpose. It offers energy to what aligns and quietly deprives energy from what misaligns. The body collaborates, the intuition points, the outer world reflects. Aligning to purpose does not mean an absence of challenges. It means challenges that sculpt instead of wounds that scatter. In this way, purpose protects because clarity grounds boundaries without aggression. The golden thread reveals a path where service and prosperity rise together like twin flames in a single candle. Corannos. Section 2. Scientific and Psychological Foundations, Transpersonal and Humanistic Bridges. Transpersonal psychology recognizes that identity extends beyond the personality. States of expanded awareness, peak experiences, and deep contemplative practices awaken a sense of unity and meaning. From this vantage, purpose is not invented but remembered. The psyche carries archetypal patterns that nudge behavior toward significance and coherence. When consciousness expands, the nervous system learns to host more love, and the ego shifts from ruler to steward. Humanistic psychology centers authenticity, values, and self-actualization. It understands that people thrive when they feel congruent, autonomous, and connected. Purpose brings congruence. Values become coordinates. Motivation moves from external validation to self-transcendence. The person begins to ask of their actions whether they are expressions of love and craft, not tokens of approval. Learning becomes joyful not because it is easy, but because it is meaningful. Neuroplasticity offers the pragmatic bridge. Repeated focus sculpts neural networks. Attention is neural currency. When you feed the brain images of service, mastery, and easeful prosperity, myelination strengthens those circuits. Over time, the nervous system anticipates the melody of alignment and sings it spontaneously. Emotion marks what matters. Somatic calm is not a luxury. It is the platform that lets the prefrontal cortex orchestrate choice instead of the limbic system hijacking it. Symbolic examples. The artist who felt fragmented notices that time dilates when teaching others. Attention stabilizes, breath deepens, and the inner critic softens. This is not coincidence. It is a somatic signature of purpose. The therapist who burned out learns to design sessions with clear energetic boundaries and micro-rituals of closure. Purpose remains, but now it is held by structure. Meaning requires containers. When history, values, and body converge, the psyche stops negotiating with confusion. A quiet certainty grows. This is the golden thread in psychological terms, a stable pattern of meaningful arousal and somatic coherence in response to specific domains of action. Parinko. Section 3. Applied biodecoding. The body as a map of unresolved stories. The body records vows, fears, loyalties, and unlived potentials. Symptoms can be messengers that say, where love got stuck. Without turning the body into a battlefield, listen to its symbolic grammar. Throat tension or recurrent hoarseness may signal censored expression. The body attempts to speak by constriction. A possible translation: a voice trained to keep peace at the price of truth. Lower back tightness may reflect burdens of proving worth through effort alone. The body as ledger of hyper-responsibility. Digestive turbulence often mirrors difficulties digesting transitions or receiving support. The belly as altar of trust. Chest pressure can encode grief from postponing self-loyalty. The heart waits for agreements that honor inner timing. A compassionate path of liberation unfolds in 3 movements. 1. Name the emotional climate that coexists with the symptom. Precision heals. Words organize energy. 2. Reassign the function of the symptom. Instead of enemy, treat it as a guardian who demanded attention when you refused to listen. 3. Rehearse. New micro-responses. The nervous system learns safety through repetition. Small acts, repeated with presence, rewire identity. Mini protocol of release. Place 1 hand on the symptom's area and 1 on the heart. Breathe in 4 counts, hold in 4, exhale in 6, hold in 2. Repeat 7 cycles. Whisper a reframe. I hear you, I thank you, I am updating the pattern. Envision a soft light flowing from the heart to the symptom, not to erase it, but to invite it to retire from alarm duty. Close with a grounded action, a glass of warm water with presence, a 5-minute walk feeling your feet, a sentence you needed as a child offered now to yourself. Biodecoding invites pacts with the body rather than wars. When the message is integrated, symptoms often reduce intensity because their mission is complete. Seek professional support when needed. Self-listening is sacred. Collaboration is wisdom. Section 4. Quantum NLP Tools. Step-by-step reprogramming, anchors, and creative visualization. 4.1. Identity Statement Recode. Create a concise identity statement that encodes purpose and regulation. Write 3 core values. Example: clarity, devotion, service. Write the natural talent you express when unforced. Example: illuminating complex truths with warmth. Compose your statement. I am a clear, devoted presence who illuminates complex truths with warmth so that people feel safe to grow. Read it morning and night. Pair it with a gentle chest tap to anchor it somatically. The brain stores identity when the body participates. 4.2. Anchor Installation for Calm Power. Recall a moment of embodied confidence. Intensify the image, sound, and feeling. At the peak, press thumb and middle finger together, or place a hand on the sternum. Repeat with 3 memories of calm power. Test the anchor during small stressors. It signals the nervous system to retrieve the state instead of the story. 4.3. Submodalities for Inner Images. Notice the doubtful inner movie. Reduce its size, desaturate color, lower volume. Bring in the aligned movie. Increase brightness, clarify edges, expand to panoramic. Add a low, steady hum as if the image were stabilized by a sacred instrument. Seal with breath. The brain tags the enhanced image as salient. 4.4. Timeline. Reweaving. Close eyes and imagine a path behind and ahead. Place the origin of a limiting belief somewhere behind. Walk to it in imagination. Offer a corrective resource to the younger self, a mentor, a sentence, a safe room, a warm blanket. Watch the line update, future points brighten. Return to the present and step 1 pace into the future line. Absorb the new momentum. 4.5. Linguistic Seeds. Replace corrosive loops with fertile statements that the system can accept. From I must not fail to I am learning with loyalty to my design. From I am late in life to I am right on time for my soul's curriculum. From I must prove my worth to past my presence expresses worth without negotiation. From task help means exhaustion. Tonight's service happens inside sustainable rhythms. 4.6 Quantum Visualization for Abundant Service. Sit upright. Inhale as if filling the spine with quiet light. See a circle of those who benefit from your work. Their faces soften. In your hands, imagine a tool, song, method, or space you offer. Let it glow with clarity, not frenzy. See reciprocity flowing toward you as resources, time, allies. Let gratitude precede the arrival. Whisper 3 times. I circulate value. Value circulates me. Open the eyes slowly. Write one feasible action for today that turns the vision into matter. Daure, Section 5. Spiritual Perspective and Christ Consciousness. Unity, compassion, and integral vision. Christ consciousness is the frequency of unconditional love embodied as action. It is inclusion without dilution, clarity without violence, truth without humiliation. In this field, the golden thread is both individual and communal. Purpose belongs to you, yet it also belongs to the whole. Every step of alignment heals an ancestral corridor, brightens a neighborhood of souls, and strengthens the planetary song. The Buddhist teaching on emptiness offers a complementary jewel. Emptiness is not absence. Emptiness is openness. Things lack fixed essence and are interdependent. Purpose matures in this space because identity becomes spacious enough to host paradox. You are a unique note and also the entire chord. You are called to act and also called to let grace act through you. When openness meets love, purpose stops being a project and becomes a practice of presence. Psychomagic contributes a poetic instrument. Symbolic acts persuade the unconscious more effectively than logic alone. A simple ritual can complete an old cycle or inaugurate a new one. When your body performs meaning, your psyche believes it. The sacrament is not far. The sacrament is your daily coherence. In the upper orchestra of guidance, the helpers of light accompany with patience. The prayer is not a plea. The prayer is alignment. The sacred voice within says, choose the next truthful step. Tend the altar of your nervous system. Offer what you would love to receive and let the river of reciprocity adjust your route. In Section 6, Integrative Ritual, the Temple of Clear Usefulness. Perform this ritual once a day for 7 days, then weekly. Preparation. Choose a small corner and make it a temple of clear usefulness. Place a white cloth, a candle, a bowl of water, and one object that symbolizes your craft. Turn off notifications. Bare feet on the ground if possible. Sequence 1. Candle of intention. Light the candle and state softly, I align with the golden thread of my life. I offer my craft in clean usefulness. 2. Breath of coherence. 4 seconds inhale, 6 seconds exhale, 5 minutes total, hands on the heart. The exhale, lengthen safety. 3. Body seal. Place the left palm on the chest, right palm over the navel. 3 circles clockwise on the belly. The mind bows to the body. 4. Activation phrase. Whisper 3 times. Calm power, clear heart, consecrated work. 5. Symbolic offering. Dip fingers in the water and anoint the throat, temples, and wrists. Say, my voice serves truth, my thoughts serve clarity, my action serves love. 6. Craft minute. 1 small act toward your purpose right there at the altar. Write 1 paragraph, sketch a concept, outline a session, sing a melody, organize a process. Micro-materialization trains the field. 7. Closure. Extinguish the candle with gratitude. Pour the water onto a plant or soil. The act returns to earth and completes the loop. Section 7. Sacred Boundaries for Prosperous Relating. The architecture of reciprocity boundaries are love that learned geometry. They are not walls that punish. They are shapes that protect radiance. In purpose work, boundaries ensure that generosity has rhythm and that intimacy has air. 4 planes of boundary. 1. Temporal. Define when you are available and when you are not. Purpose respects seasons. 2. Energetic. Enter and leave encounters with short centering. Imagine a luminous cloak when you are with groups, then fold it back into your heart when you finish. 3. Cognitive. Name the limits of what you do and do not do. Clarity prevents resentment. 4. Relational. Agree on expectations. Articulate desired outcomes and cancellation norms. Adult agreements magnetize adult clients and collaborators. micro-contract for sessions or collaborations, opening minute for breath, clear goal for the encounter, time box for each segment, closing minute for integration and next step, written summary within 24 hours. Prosperity rises in such containers because energy flows where respect flows. The golden thread is not strangled by chaos. Tanatai, Section 8. Archetypal navigation, roles that carry the thread. Identify your primary archetype, the one that feels like home, and supporting archetypes, the ones that strengthen edges. Creator, gifts, originality, synthesis, beauty, edge, perfectionism, medicine, publish before perfect. Healer, gifts, attunement, repair, gentleness, edge, overmerging, medicine, clear closure rituals. Sage, gifts, insight, structure, teaching, edge, over-intellectualization, medicine, embodied demonstrations. Warrior of light, gifts, courage, boundaries, implementation, edge, rigidity, medicine, softness practices. Lover, gifts, magnetism, empathy, celebration, edge, people-pleasing, medicine, self-devotion vows. Mystic, gift, communion, vision, silence, edge, disembodiment, medicine, daily material action. Design your week so that your primary archetype leads and your supporting archetypes fill the gaps. Purpose becomes a symphony instead of a solo under pressure. Nararos Section 9. Practice Library, 7 days to stabilize the thread. Day 1. Inventory of meaning. Write 2 pages about moments that felt significant across your life. Highlight common verbs. Circle 3 values that repeat. Day 2. Nervous system ground. 10 minutes of slow breathing, 10 minutes of conscious walking. Pair with the identity statement. Note somatic signals of yes and no during the day. Day 3. Craft micro-delivery. Create a tiny artifact and deliver it to one person who would benefit. A note, a tool, a song, a template. Receive feedback without self-attack. Day 4. Boundary upgrade. Choose one place where you overextend. Write and send one respectful boundary message. Free an hour for focused creation. Day 5. Offer design. Define a simple offer that unites your gifts. Outcome, steps, time, exchange. Honest and clean. Place it where it can be seen. Day 6. Reciprocity walk. Walk for 20 minutes while affirming each step as exchange. I give, I receive. Arrive home and list 3 avenues where value can circulate more freely. Day 7. Ritual of sealing. Perform the temple ritual and sign a short covenant of usefulness. I create inside rhythms that nourish me. I serve without betraying myself. I open to resources that honor my path. Repeat the 7 days as often as needed. Repetition seals reality. Daikisas Aino Section 10. The Prosperity Grid. Clean flow of value. Prosperity is an ecosystem, not an event. Build a prosperity grid with 4 nodes. 1. Creation node. The lab where your craft becomes form. 2. Distribution node. The avenues where your work meets people. 3. Relationship node. The spaces where trust grows. 4. Refinement node. The cycles where feedback becomes evolution. Walk the grid weekly. Ask of every node whether it carries clarity, beauty, and ethics. When the grid hums, money becomes one of several forms of gratitude. You remain free from panic marketing because your rhythm is devotional, not desperate. Section 11. Alchemy of the Nervous System, Vagus Hymn and Breath Keys. Vowel toning. For 3 minutes. A-E-I-O-U. Long exhale. Lips relaxed. The vagus nerve loves sound. 4-6 breath. For 5 minutes. Inhale 4, exhale 6, silently counting. Orienting. For 2 minutes. Look around slowly and name colors or shapes. The brain registers safety. Havening touch. For 1 minute. Soft strokes on arms while repeating, I am safe enough to create. These are not decorations. These are switches that place your system on the right frequency to receive guidance and act with continuity. Section 12. Psychomagic Act. The letter you never received. Write a one-page letter addressed to your younger self from the future you who lives inside purpose ***. Place the letter in an envelope with a golden thread tied around it. Sleep with it under your pillow for 3 nights. On the 4th day, read it aloud at the temple of clear usefulness and burn it safely in a bowl. Mix the ashes into soil and plant a seed or place a small crystal. The unconscious accepts that the message has finally arrived and that a cycle is complete. Section 13. Compassionate service without self-abandonment. Compassion is not the art of carrying everyone. Compassion is the art of remembering that every being carries a divine center and that your role is to reflect, resource, and respect. Do not trade your center for applause. Offer your craft in sustainable doses. Trust that what is truly yours will recognize you because your field will be unmistakably coherent. Dharnaram, high vibration closing. Master phrase. Purpose is usefulness dressed in love. Quantum challenge for the next 24 hours. Create one micro artifact that serves someone real, a paragraph, a voice note, a diagram, a practical checklist. Deliver it with clean warmth. Receive any response as treasure without bargaining with your value. Activation code. Whisper slowly 3 times, with a hand on the heart and 1 on the lower belly. Rael Somakai, golden thread, guide my way. Breathe and let the body register the vow. Con amor, Andrew.